Welcome back, everyone, and it's time for more it's time for some more Nocturne. Right. So after coming back from the labyrinth, we are heading straight for the new headquarters of the assembly of Nihilo. And I assume that we have to go through the secondary entrance before we end up at the Obelisk, which is probably going to take some time. And as soon as we arrive, I'll have to see how strong the normal enemies are in that dungeon. And from that, based on that, I can see if I have kind of overdone it a little bit with the grinding and the leveling up, in case they are weak. But if I end up having trouble fighting them, well, then at least I know that I should level some more, or at least prepare myself a little bit more for the next boss fight. Alright, so let there be light, and we shall head on. Or move on. So I've been trying to figure out what I should do with the demon I picked up from the Shady Broker in the latest time I was in the most recent time I went to the labyrinth. And looking at the spells, it looks to be it has some very good healing spells or support spells for your party. So I can't even pronounce that party anymore. So I'm thinking that I should try to fuse him into Daisojo, but at the moment I don't have a proper demon to. I don't have a demon of the proper race to actually fuse Daisojo. So, but I should probably do that pretty soon, because he is level 37 if you summon him or fuse him, and that's kind of what almost all of my demons in my party stock are at the moment. Just that I'm trying to decide on which skills I should fuse with him with. So the issue is actually that I'm looking for a good fuse companion for the new I bought from the broker. And actually, besides from that, I don't think I actually want to fuse any of the other fiends I've defeated. I have a few death stones by now, but I don't see any need to actually summon it or fuse anything else, because Daisojo's skills seem to be pretty good. And if I have him, I should be able to focus on other things. Okay, so now we're back here. Well, not that it's a big surprise, but demons fighting each other to take control of this world. But I actually thought that the mantra would prevail in the beginning. But then again, it didn't quite make sense since Hikawa has been such a prominent thorn in your eye for some time, or ever since the beginning of the game. You could see that when the first time you met him in that room, that he was going to be trouble. But I couldn't imagine to what extent he would become such a pain. Although, if you look at it on the bigger whole, he can use demons, but I've actually never thought him myself directly, because he lets his demons do his work. So, but at best, I think it will come down to that you're probably gonna have to fight him, and he will have a strong lineup of demons to fight you. Just kind of feels kind of funky that I'm just fighting whatever he has one by one as boss fights, but there's not really much else to it. So it's kind of hard for me to actually think of him as my nemesis in that sense. I'm not quite sure what to think at all. You know, he's kind of like Jin in Persona 3. He's a thorn in your eye, but you don't... Yeah, he's not the final boss. Okay. I kinda hesitated there, but I figured that most people who have watched this have at least played Persona 3 or something. And if you haven't, it is your own fault. Okay, let's pick up this item over here. Kind of almost missed it because it blends in so well with the environment. Okay, so let's see if we can pick up all of the goodies in this area before we head inside. Yeah, speaking of goodies, at one time when I was in the menu and I had to use an item actually, or try to use an item, I was looking what I actually had in my item stock, and there's actually not much stuff I have. So it's not a items you pick up from chests and cubes and such. They have overall not been very. They have not been as useful as I thought they would be, because usually, as I mentioned at some point, I tend to be pretty frugal when it comes to stocking up on items. I keep so many of them in my stock, but I almost never use them. But right now it's actually not that much of a problem, since there's actually not many items, not many useful items at all lying around. Which is kind of good, because I don't really like relying on them or using them if I can help it. So that just means that I can stick to my frugal ways and be happy. Anyway, so let's head inside. Obelisk. Look at all of the Magatsu floating around. Or... This is the Obelisk. This is the closest you'll ever get to Kagutsushi in all of Tokyo. Damn, there's boatloads of them. And I guess that these pillars also channel them from all the way from the top down to this floor on the bottom, since there's so much of that lying around in these pools or whatever. Oh wait, we're not going back. I'm not gonna save just yet either. The maiden is at the top floor. She is collecting Magatsui with her powers. You don't say. That's probably the way up, so we're exploring the rest of this area. I mean, during some situations, I could see that items which remove status ailments, for example, they could be useful, because if you use the items, you don't have to spend MP on removing them with a spell you have. But still, I try to not use them if I can help it, which is kind of strange, but if I just would look at my behavior objectively, but I don't care. The 15th floor already. I have a feeling that this place is going to have like a bazillion floors, and it's going to take me ages to actually reach the top. Just like with the Mantra's headquarters. Hey, Mr. Devil Goat, I hate to break it to you, but your head's on fire. Okay, so we're going this way, and once we're done here, we're taking the elevator up. It would be nice if I could get some kind of other mana restorative ability rather than having to use Drain all the time.